Good afternoon, everyone. So in today's video, we are going to play the Explorer metagame challenge. We're going to go ahead and rock blue-white control with it. If you want a deck tech on why I chose these cards as well as the sideboard, go ahead and check out the deck tech video I made earlier this week. And if you enjoy this type of content, please hit that like and subscribe button. I try to make at least 3 videos a week. And I'm also trying to make this a part-time job slash side business slash retirement fund. Anyways, let's go ahead and jump into this challenge. Okay, so now normally I'm not a big fan of spending gems to earn gold, but at the same time, I think these metagame challenges have great payouts. Also, note, I am not typically a best of 3 player, so things could go bad for us. So I kept this hand because it's good against control, and typically I see more control decks on the ladder than I do, good call, against aggro decks. And it looks like we're going to play the mirror match here, which is good. I think our deck is finely tuned to beat the mirror. And we're just going to play a whole lot of Drago. We have plenty of lands, plenty of counter spells. This game should be ours. Unless he taps out, then we are not playing that Teferi for a little bit. We will go ahead and draw 2 though. Looks like he's debating on countering it. Okay. You know what? Because we drew our second Teferi, he could have a negate. Okay, he does not.
I'm not in the city now. Hurry!
Now, he could have his own Teferi, Brazen Borrower. There's plenty of ways he can deal with this. But if he's going to do it, he needs to do it this turn. Righteous Valkyrie. That is not what I was expecting.
No time for a break.
So I am just going to Fateful Absence this thing now. I'm doing it at sorcery speed. Maybe he's got a counter, a 3-mana counter, maybe not, but either way, we get to untap these 2 lands. So it's basically free. Sure. So he's playing Blue-White Angels. I'm curious to see if... I'm not going to do nothing.
You know what? I'm not done yet.
3, 4, 5, 6. So we got 7 lands. Yeah. Let's just pass the turn. Wandering Emperor. No. Yeah, because obviously he's playing angels. So now we can go ahead and just eat this with our Shark Typhoon. That was a misclick. Or a miscount, I should say. Okay, on to game 2. So what do we have in our board against angels? To be honest, I'm not sure. I kind of like our matchup already. We'll cut 2 vetoes for 2 Gearhulks. That could be wrong, but if he's playing more creatures than non-creature spells, then I think this is better. Okay, so we are on the draw, and we have 2 lands and a Shark Typhoon, so I will keep this. And because we drew our 3rd land, I'm not going to bleed on our beach. Youthful Wealthy. That's fine. And another Youthful Wealthy. I'll just take this 3. No problem. So because we had a stick last turn during his combat phase, he might not think nothing of... Yep, that's fine. He's not going to think nothing of this Settle the Wreckage stick. So we will take our 2 for 1. This will ramp him. He could have a negate, honestly. I definitely want that land. While he is tapped out, we will just kill some things. I do want to keep 1 in hand for that Hall of Storm Giants, though. Okay. Do we play our Teferi out? He's got 1 card in hand. I mean, if this is a counter spell, good for him.
Let's skip to the good part.
Okay, so now, if we'd like, we can put a stop on our turn. So we can use our Fateful Absence. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But if he draws an untapped land... we need to be able to chump block it with our Shark Typhoon. Which he did. Now let's see if he activates his Hall. Never mind, he took it back. Sure. Let's see if he has a counter spell. He does. Okay. Now we have the chance to... I don't even know what we can draw here.
This is hardly my work.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, we can just hope he forgets about all of the Storm Giants. Or let's see if he knows he can float a mana on his legendary land. Okay. He did not realize that. So what he could have done is he could have floated a... because we know he's got another one of those in hand. He could have floated a blue mana, played his land, kept the untapped one.
I know what must be done.
And so on and so forth, and activated his Hall and attacked us for
I mean, we need to move quickly.
Okay. So if he has a removal spell here, then he's got us. Second Hall of the Storm Giants. Legion Angel. Okay, so let's just go ahead and hang back. He could fire up that Hall, no problem. And if he does, let's go ahead and flash back or settle the wreckage. And we will draw a card. just attacking with the one. That way we still have our other Shark Typhoon to be able to block that all of the storm in case he has a removal spell.
With no time for a break.
Beautiful. I will counter this. He has his own. That's okay.
We need to move quickly.
Okay, so that's... So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 mana. So let's go ahead and play our Shark Typhoon here. Oh, we should have attacked first. That's my fault. So, if we let that happen, then I'm going to attempt to not let that happen. Okay. So we know he does not have... Beautiful. I should say we know he doesn't have a counter spell. So we were going to just not let him draw a card and swing for the win. Alright. On to game 2. Okay, so we are on the play. Or we are on the draw, I mean. Yeah, because we're playing against Yori and I'm going to keep this. Okay. So this is going to be a very grindy matchup. But I definitely think we have a good... Ooh, Bant. We will bluff the Sinister Sabotage instead of playing our castle there. Sorry, son just brought me my lunch. Well, dinner, whatever you want to call it. We'll go ahead and trade sharks. I mean, he has the opportunity to play something while we're tapped out here, but... Wandering Emperor. Oh, whoa.
Now you've done it. That's fun. Oh, remember your training. guess that's it then.
Okay. So he is digging for lands, it looks like. And he did not find it. So we're not going to cycle that. And I'm glad we didn't. Because now we can eat that shark. Unless he has another Wandering Emperor. I mean, I'm okay with this. He's missing land drops, and he's using resources to protect his shark. So, okay. Well, it looks like he found a land. What is he going to do with it, though? So once again, I'm going to attempt to eat that shark. Okay, looks like he has no instant speed stuff.
Trust me. Hurry.
Absolutely hit his Teferi.
Stop that now.
So he's more of a tap out
We need to move quickly.
Yorian deck. Portable hole. No. Well, I'm going to attempt to say no to this. I want to kill this Teferi this turn. And he really wants this Teferi to be alive. Sure. There's nothing we can do about it.
I'll have a better plan next time.
Memory deluge is fine. Now I'm wondering if we should make a token and start beating down, or if we should draw two. Guess it depends what he does. Yeah, let's just make a token and start beating down. Sure. Now that might be crazy to keep that land, but we have why did he leave 2 mana? Oh, so we can use okay. Yep, that's fine. Now let's see what he's got. And he left up 3 mana. I'm gonna say sure. So we will Field of Ruin away one of his blue sources. Probably blue and white. Because he might not be running basics. Okay, he is. And let's go ahead and draw 2. Our 1/1s ain't doing much against this. We did not draw land in those 3 cards. That's unfortunate, but let's see if he wants to fight over these. Guess not. So now we have all kinds of counter spells. We have draw spells. I think we're in this game. How many sharks has he went through? Okay, so he has 5 mana still. Excuse me. I'm gonna say, let's make him have it. He could have a Teferi here. We will keep that. Okay, he does not. Okay, anyways, so he has went through 2 sharks. I am A-okay with our hand, no need to draw 2 right here. Keep our depopulate just in case he does manage to stick a big creature. Farewell Root doesn't really do anything for us, but... Wait, did I just click through his end step? I don't know, I just had a brain fart. If I did, oops. So I'm curious to see why he's banned instead of Esper or Jeskai. Or the... no? Sure, we'll keep that. Now that we drew that farewell there, I might go ahead and Insight at the end of turn, discarding our Depopulate. I will absolutely keep that. withdraw to. We are not attacking into a stream trawler, I can tell you that. But I really need to land. The fact that we're behind on lands this game is crazy. I'm running 28 so we don't miss land drops, and here we are missing land drops. Is he seriously thinking about vetoing this? I mean, I guess if he has a test of talents, this one wouldn't be too bad to hit. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and pause while our opponent is thinking. Okay, so our opponent either disconnected or had something better to do. And does he forfeit both matches? He sure does. Okay, so we are starting. We haven't quite won our money back. We got one more win to do, but let's see what happens. Okay, so 2 wins down. We have already basically won our money back. Not quite. We're 500 short, but that one pack makes up for that. But we're aiming for it all. So these things are kind of risky, and I don't recommend playing in them unless you are very comfortable with a tier 1 deck, or unless you have gold to spare. Okay, so we are sold against both control and aggro, so let's keep this. So turn 1 plains. Thali is kind of annoying against us, but it's okay. So I'm not gonna bother sub blocking here because first strikes me dead. I will go ahead and cycle this now. Beautiful. Now we can go ahead and chump block this. And then next turn, we can leave up Settle the Wreckage. Legion Angel. Actually, I want that. That is a huge card advantage engine against us. He's probably not running a whole lot of non-creature spells. So, and now we have the castle up that will cause us stick. So he might not suspect the Settle the Wreckage. We are going to ramp him by 4 this turn, and that sucks, but I think it's necessary. Okay, so opponent is thinking. I'm gonna go ahead and pause and wait for him to come back. Okay, so opponent is back. He just played his land. Sure. Nothing we can do about it anyways. Okay, so our opponent is very slow. Alright, so now that he's got this 4-2, we can just leave up castle to chump block him all day. Don't need a Field of Ruin against a monocolored deck. Well, I suppose okay, because we'll 2 for 1. But keeping that Field of Ruin might have been nice in case he has Creature Lance. Okay, so now from here, let's just go ahead and skip his draw step. It's basically just take an extra turn. Okay, I was hoping to draw either a Farewell or a Wrath there, but we will take a decent chunk. Okay, so we have 9 mana. We'll have 6 left. Which we will.
Let's slow this down. You know what? I'm not done yet.
Okay. Kind of curious to see how he attacks. I'll let us. Let's just go ahead and end the turn.
No time for a break.
There's our Farewell. Well, that's unfortunate. Well, not really. This late in the game. Doesn't really matter. He can take one of our counter spells. Beautiful.
You know what? I'm not done yet.
Unfortunately, we don't have enough to, do we? No, we don't. So unfortunately, we don't have enough to play our other Shark Typhoon. But that's okay. We can, yep. And he scoops. So, how do we sideboard? Don't want vetoes in. We can bring in Sealaways. Or we can bring in some Gear Hulks. Let's bring in the Gear Hulks. He's not super fast, so we should get to 6 mana. And that could flash back either a Fateful Absence or a Settle the Wreckage. Sure. We got 2 blocking cantrips. Oh, that's a wreckage. Beautiful. An opponent kept a 1-land hand. This does not look good for him. But he found it. And he can boast here. But he would rather play black. And that's fair. But regardless, I'm still going to go ahead and block that Usher the Fallen. We will take this. Yep. Counter that. We need to settle the wreckage. And we don't need any lands yet. Now I am just going to make a big shark. Unfortunate. Now he knows about our settle. He knows about... well, he knows about it all. I'm pretty sure he has to take the settle here. I will absolutely play it to Fairy though.
This isn't a fight. Hold that thought.
No blocks, because we're going to protect Fairy. Or no attacks, I mean. And then next turn, we have settle up. No, excuse me. Okay, that's unfortunate. He gets to hit our Teferi pretty hard. And he is ignoring Teferi.
Let's skip to the good part.
Sure, we gotta rewind. This is looking like our Teferi is going to go ahead and ultimate this game. We are at 6, so I shouldn't get too ahead of myself, but I do think we have this game in the bag. 6 is as good as 20. Alright, go ahead and take your 3 lands. Beautiful draw.
We need to move quickly.
Okay, so now 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we cannot Gear Hulk and counter. Oh, okay. Apparently we were taking too long. Okay, so now we have made our money back and pure profit with 3 packs. On to the next game. Okay, so now one thing that I am regretting is I do play best of 1 primarily. So I am not the greatest on building sideboards. Oh no, Mono Red might get us. I'm so used to playing control matchups that I think I just killed us. Super unfortunate. We need to draw a depopulate ASAP. Not a Teferi. Okay. I would very much like to draw a shark type in here. Rewind. Okay, so that's, you know, he's got this. Okay. So one thing I do know is that I have a sideboard for this. And this is my sideboard playing against Mono Red. Authority of the Council shuts down his haste. Sealed Away is another good 2-mana removal spell. And we definitely do not need the big 6-mana counter spell. Really? Okay. Counter spells typically aren't very good against Mono Red. And we have a turn 1 authority. Still can't believe we had no land in our opening hand. That's okay. the Rich. I hate that card so much. I'm gonna seal it away. Like, I really hate this card. Don't get me wrong, it's a good card. Just not a fan of it. I don't like them playing my spells. Alright. We're at the board. We will go ahead and leave that chain wheeler. Bone Crusher's fine. Yep. So now we have a Teferi. Okay, so we cannot minus our Teferi, but Teferi might just be
You know
a
what?
5 mana. Oh
I'm not
no,
done yet.
he's not. Okay, so we even get to protect our Teferi. That's nice. Number clean.
Do you want me? I'm plan B. As soon as I think of one. Keep up the pace.
So Shark Typhoon. That's fine. So we are gonna just eat this Firebrand basically. And let's see if Mono Red can deal with the 6/6. I'm guessing probably.
Well, that out. Hold that thought.
Okay, sorry, I got a phone call. We are going to pass, not attack. Our shark can eat this Embercleave, or this Chain Whirler, I mean. They will trade, but oh, he has Trample. Actually, let's go ahead and Insight here. Okay, so I draw a... yeah. Beautiful draw. And that's going to be good.
Hurry.
Yep. Alright. On to game 3. I don't think we need to change anything here. So let's just run it back. Okay, our mana base sucks, but we have an authority and a settle, so I am not gonna ship this. I will actually shock in this authority. Okay, so that's unfortunate. He is going to get a trigger with that. And he ate a land. Just going to steal away now. I know for sure I'm going to hit him anyways. And that's a-okay. I want him living as much as he can. And honestly, this will probably draw the concession. Yep. Alright. Taking down Mono Red. That deck is definitely scary if it can get underneath of you. That authority of the council saved us, and thankfully we drew up both of our sideboard games. We are on a good run here. So I'm not much of the type to look at tournament decks necessarily. So I'm not sure what the best version of blue-white control is. I do know it's considered the best deck in the format right now. But this is my take on it. It could be very, very similar to somebody else's, and I'm sure it is. But let me know if you guys have a different approach to it. I absolutely love brewing. So if there's other cards that maybe I'm not using that you guys really like, let me know. Okay, so green, white. This could be Winnota still. So Naya, yeah, this is Winnota. Hopefully he doesn't have a turn 3 Winnota. Okay, Ezekiel's Chariot. Okay, I will attempt to beat his innkeeper. Not that that really matters, but mainly I'm just searching for a wrath of some sort. What is that? So we got no way to deal with this chariot this turn, but if he does draw a Winnota, we can counter it. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7. I will take it. I'm okay with that. Because we need to draw a wrath or... Okay. Not dead yet, but it's not looking good for us either. Interesting. Jump blocker. Take 7. That's okay. Let's see if he plays around Settle the Wreckage here. All creatures gain trample and haste. Okay. That's free information for us. Okay, and we know he does not play around Settle the Wreckage. Good to know. So in best of 3 games like this, it's best just to let them kill you. Like, I knew we were dead there, but I still wanted to see how we did it. Sorry, I had a brain fart there. So we know he runs Kenrith, and we know that he does not play around Settle the Wreckage. All the information you can get is all the better. Okay, so let's keep this. It's a late farewell, but it's still a farewell. That's fine. We need at least 6 mana, so I'm gonna keep the land on top for sure. And keeper's fine. Sure. Looks like he's setting up for a Winnota next turn. And I am A-okay with that, because we have the counter spell. Keep lands. Okay, so we do not have the counter for Winnota, but we do have a removal spell for Winnota. But he does not, so let's just go ahead and make it 2/2 and let's block his Llanowar Elf. I don't care about him gaining life points. We're either gonna win by a million or we're not gonna win.
I won't hide from the world any over thought.
Beautiful, no attacks. Now we can still kill his Winnota. Or Blade Historian. So you know what? Yeah, that's fine. I'm just gonna block. So we are going to farewell this turn.
We need to move quickly.
Alright. Let's go ahead and get everything out of there. Oh no, I should not have got it. I should have kept graveyards in because of Gear Hulk. Hopefully that doesn't matter.
You know what? I'm not done yet.
So we... You know what? No, we're not. I was going to say we could Fateful Absence because it's free, but I don't want him to draw a card. Okay. Yeah. Now that we are on the draw, let's go ahead and cut out these for some sealaways. I probably should have done that last game as well, but for sure this game. Okay. So we have removal for his Winnota, we have removal for his first creature. I mean, he could play... yeah. That's fine. We'll take the one here. Okay with that. We'll just go ahead and seal it away. Actually, it might have been better to fix it before it could copy the token, but I want to keep that Fateful Absence up. Gonna keep this fine. Okay, so we might, depending on if he does anything pre-combat, we will just go ahead and take this 8 and draw 2. That way we can dig for our wraths. he's thinking, or disconnected, one of the two. I'm gonna go ahead and pause till he gets back though. Okay, so he is back, and he plays a Winnota. So we definitely need to kill that. That's a whole lot of triggers that I didn't want to happen. In case he decides to activate his Lair of the Hydra. We need a field for it. But if he has another Winnota, we are screwed. Yep. 100% gonna take this. So we have 3 looks at something. He could stomp us here, but well, we know he doesn't play around Settle the Wreckage, but still gonna make him do it. Yeah, there's nothing here. Well, that's unfortunate. So we didn't go all the way. And I do love our matchup against Winnota. So let's go ahead and claim our loot. Let's head back to the wrap up. So something right off the bat that I know I'm going to change are these syncopates. I never board them in. The matches we would board them in against, I put them in for control. We already have so much stuff against control, we don't need them. So we need more anti-aggro stuff. So that sounds like more wraths to me. Let's take a look at what we got. I only have the 2 depopulates. We could play the mastery, but I don't think that's going to be very good. Cleansing Nova, Doom Scars. Vanquish the Horde. That could be interesting as well, but I think what we're going to do is play 2 Dooms. Oh. Two Doom Scars and a Settle the Wreckage. Okay. So now, let's go ahead and take a look. So now against control, or against aggro, like Winnota and such, we cut out the vetoes, the discontinuities, and we bring in our Doom Scars and seal aways, settles. And I think that's going to give us a much better shot against these Mono Red and Winnota decks. And as far as control, we pretty much have control beat right from the get-go anyways. But yeah, that's that is the changes I would make for sure. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Yeah, blue-white control. Go ahead and grind it in some metagame challenges. Till next time, have fun.